of you Days of Our Lives fans, welcome to AfterBuzz TV's DISHIN Days, where we give you a full recap of this week's episodes of Days of Our Lives. I am your host, Tony Moore, and today's show is a very, very special show because we are celebrating one of our co-hosts' 50th birthday.
Rude.
He tried it.
Please give it up for the birthday boy gal himself.
Mark J. Freeman here.
Mark J. Freeman Flynn.
That's right.
Wait, Mark J. Freeman Flynn DeMera.
Oh, yeah.
Samara, yeah. I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
We gotta, it's a soap world. We gotta have about 12 last names.
Exactly.
Well,
exactly.
should we add my husband's last name? We can add him in there too. Freeman Hoffman Flynn.
Oh, Jesus.
Samara.
Oh, yeah, we have. Well, okay.
Cheese and crackers on that one.
Freeman, Hoffman, Moore, Lott.
More? No,
Flynn,
no.
DeMera.
No. I want nothing to do with it. I want nothing to do with it. I want nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Comment below if you want me to add your name to my growing list of last names.
And of course, we have my chocolate twin.
James Lott Jr. and Tony and I are dressed like Mark normally dresses.
And I didn't dress like I normally do.
I know. We did it on purpose.
Yes, we're doing a full-on birthday celebration for the one and only Mark J. Freeman.
Yes, exactly.
So we've got pizza rolls, we've got cake.
Skinny girl. Cocktails. Cheers.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
James Lott Jr.
You're
knows me
welcome.
too well.
Yeah.
I have water.
He does actually has water.
So cheers to Mark on his 55th birthday.
Oh, rude.
It keeps going up. It keeps going up the show.
Rude.
And
My boss at work, actually, at our staff meeting, they had cupcakes for me, and our artistic director came in. He's like, "Oh, what are the pastries for?" And my coworker was like, "Oh, it's Mark's." Me and another coworker was actually both for our birthday. He's like, "It's Mark and Joe's birthday," and he looked at me. He's like, "Okay, serious?" He said, "Oh, happy 17th." And I was like, "Oh, 21. And then he said, "No, really, how old are you?" And I told him, notice I didn't tell.
Exactly.
And he said, he's like, "Oh, I would have guessed 10 years younger. You look fabulous." Like, "Oh, thank you. You already hired me, though. You
Yeah, it's
no,
already. I like that. Aww.
Yeah. No, they were very sweet.
oh,
I had a little ladybug cupcake.
Oh, I like those.
That's
That's
so
cute.
cute.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cute.
well, happy birthday,
They
Mark
said
J.
it
Freeman.
reminded them of me.
A ladybug?
Ladybug. Yeah, I can see that.
Ladybugs bring good luck. So I don't know.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
We'll see. And of course, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in live. We have a lot of you already tuned in. 129.
I have 132.
132.
Oh,
yay,
Well, either
finally.
way.
Usually I have less than you guys.
Yeah.
Look
but
at that.
That's great, you guys.
They all tuned in. So, and later on today, we will open up the chat line so that you guys can wish Mark a very happy birthday.
Mark is not 50. You are correct.
No, Mark is
I'm
50.
older than everybody on the panel, everybody. And I'm 46. I have no problem saying my age.
Let's see who can guess it. Let's do that.
Oh, okay. Let's do that. See if we can
Guess
guess his
Mark.
age.
Well,
age.
you can guess my LA age.
Start at, I would say start at 100 and work your way down.
What I tell people. Can I tell this story real quick before we get started?
It's your
This
Sure,
is
why
really
not?
funny.
It's your birthday. It is all about
Oh,
you.
I like this.
Forget the fact that we have to do a full recap of Days of Our Lives. Just kidding, Mark. This is your life.
Yes, exactly. Yes, quick story.
Well, as some of you may or may not know, I am a twin. Well, I think we've talked about it on the show before. And he moved to LA after I did. And he was at my bar, and I was bartending one day, and someone came up, and I introduced him, and they're like, "Oh, how old are you?" And he said how old we were at the time. And I was just like, we need to talk. And I said, okay, here's the deal. Either we're twins, and this is how old we are, and I slipped it to him on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Or you can walk around and tell people how old you really are, and you can be my older brother.
Hey,
you can figure it out. I'm giving you the option.
Which did he go with?
Who do you think? Of course he went with what I said.
Older brother. Okay.
You know David.
All right, and if you guys haven't already, make sure you follow us, like us on Instagram and Facebook, DISHIN Days. Thank you so much.
I have to keep watching these.
Yes. See, always interrupts me during things.
He
You
does.
notice
It's
that?
so funny. It's kind of funny.
Always. Can't use that from a reel.
I don't even talk until I hear your voice.
Exactly.
And I go, okay, now I can talk.
Yeah, now you can talk. Well, as you guys know, we also ran a little contest so that you can win an autographed copy of Tinsel Time from our very lovely Jen Lilly, and we will have the announcement of the winners later on today. But at this time, it's now time to start
DISHIN Days. Hello.
Sorry, I was a little delayed. I was reading the ages. 133. No,
That's
not
too
quite.
much credit. All right, so let's get right into it.
Let's start with my girl.
It's like he's either 45 or 34.
That's a real big
Yeah, I'm
age
like,
gap.
hello. I'm like,
It's a huge
I love
age
that. One or the
gap.
other. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, that's kind of funny.
Thank you,
actually.
and thank you
Kendra
for the
John.
happy birthday.
That's pretty funny, you guys. Now, we're going to start with the whole, I call it Hope's Revenge.
Avenging Hope.
Avenging Hope. It's like, now, okay, so I was taken back to Farrah Fawcett Extremities.
Why?
In the 80s, because she tied him up and she's trying to avenge what happened to her basically through Bo.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's very, the lighting, she was down this weird, like, where were they, first of all? Like, she found some like weird warehousey kind of pipey thing. Couldn't tell.
I can say this. It's actually a part of the studio.
Yeah.
So like
Okay.
before, where they film and where we come in now, there's like this kind of long hallway warehousey type of a thing before you actually get to the studio.
Yeah.
Because that's what I thought too. I was like, oh, I've
You did
seen
see
that.
that. Okay.
But yeah, smart on them. All they had to do was roll out the camera.
Yeah,
right there and just do it.
seriously.
Yeah.
And
I'll say this: that whole storyline. I think the best thing about that storyline was where they filmed it.
Yeah,
I like the look of it and everything.
too.
Like
So,
I loved all that.
Are we
but
liking this Hope or no?
No.
Really?
No, I mean, I understand this Hope. I understand her.
I think it's way too extreme.
You think so?
I think it's way too extreme. I think it's. I mean, it's days, so I get verging on the edge of ridiculousness is what they aim for, but it's verging on the edge of ridiculous.
I kind of like the fact that they went with this Hope and not like a grieving, I'm going to like
I can see
go
that.
in my house type of a Hope.
No, I
like
can see
I
that.
like this whole like, the whole scene where she had the taser and well, first of all, my first thought was, okay, I understand you tased him, but like he's like a ton.
Yeah,
so how did your little self get him to
Yeah.
that warehouse
Yes.
tied up and then
Soap magic is what happened there.
Well, I love when she was like, I got another one of these. It's currently charging. You want to start talking now? And I'm like, well, all right, Hope.
Well, when she said she pulled the thing, I was like, I will cut off a thumb or whatever. She's ready to start cutting stuff off.
I just
Yeah.
think it's so ridiculous. I'm sorry. I just like, you're a cop. You're a saint.
Not anymore. She's
but
suspended.
She's never been anything but a saint. Like, I could see Sammy doing it.
Well, see,
But
exactly.
she's just not that kind of a person, and it just doesn't
But see, that's the
click
thing,
with
though.
her
She's-
job, which she's always been like. It's a complete
No,
180.
She's been nothing but a saint until she was Princess Gina, and there was some sort of deviousness. But it's a fresh take on
agree with
this grieving.
Well, we're getting lots
Widow.
of I agree Tonys and I agree Marks.
There you
So,
go, in the middle.
But
And-
just know that you
happy.
started with the Greetonies.
Well, it wasn't
yeah.
what they said first. Mine were first, but whatever.
Oh, as the middle person here, I'm just like a middle child. I feel like that.
Although you
Again.
did agree with me.
My thing is I'm not a fan of the storyline itself, but I do agree with Tony. I'm on both sides, kind of. That is a different take on Hope being, because I agree. She had so many things happen to her in like 2 days. I mean, I totally like.
No, I think
get
it was like
why.
a day and a half.
Or a day and a half, because didn't they say this week was like we buried Bo today?
Yes,
So on Friday.
I
or
know.
something. On Thursday or Friday.
Kayla said that.
Yeah, we buried Bo today, and
buried-
to Philip.
Yeah.
Philip too.
Their days are straight.
Right.
Yeah.
Because even Caroline said it's about to Philip, and they've met up. It's
See,
like
my thing is like, then just don't say that.
yes, don't
Yeah,
say anything.
just
Yeah.
don't
You can
anything.
say something happened, with
Yeah.
everything that's been going on.
Yeah.
We'll get that. We're not dumb.
Yeah.
I thought that was absolutely asinine that they're doing
Asinine.
that.
Asinine.
Asinine.
Yeah, just kind of. But I kind of like the. Well, and at the end, Sierra gets
My
kidnapped.
hair,
Oh.
my hair is big.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
it's
It's real
big.
big. Just like your age. Yeah, well, when they, first of all, as she's click-clacking around trying to find out where she is, my first thought was, do you not see that big 1987 like TV sitting in front of you that's hooked up to God knows what? And then it finally turns on and it's Sierra. But for some reason, the look in her face was like a moment of like, oh my God, okay, I'm snapping back into Hope, and I
Yes,
think I'm going
I
back.
saw that
I
too.
think I'm going too far
Yes.
because now my child's involved. So there was that, but also the whole thing with Rafe. Okay, maybe I tuned out, had a pizza rolls moment, but when did Rafe say? When did Rafe say, "I love you, Hope"? Did
He
I miss
said it
that?
earlier in
Yeah,
the week.
in the
He
week.
Oh,
said,
in the week.
"You're.
Yeah.
I'm not
Was
just
it-
doing this because Bo asked me to. I'm doing this because I love you." Oh,
Yeah.
and then it was like that. Oh, and then Hope was like, "Get out."
Yeah.
Oh, she was not hearing that.
Haywood, I don't have to pick a side. That's the beauty about America. I can say both sides on both times. I can be on both. I can agree with both. Wait, pick a side. I'm not picking a side.
Why are you so mad?
I'm the man, just telling you what's going on.
Okay.
I'm just like Mark today. I feel like the rants are coming.
I know.
I'm just like you today.
The best.
Can I also say that I would like to have Hope's bank account because not only have
I wrote that down.
not only have we seen her be able to get $100,000 like that, but apparently she's able to get $500,000.
Yeah, I was like, okay, but is that easy?
And have it delivered to her house.
Delivered to her house. It was like, thanks, Henry, whatever his name was. Thanks.
And then she's like, no one's supposed to know about this, right? I'm like, what are you, a part of the Rare Enterprises? Like, what's going on with you?
But the money thing I thought, I was like, that's like $600,000 she's gotten in the last like couple months.
Yeah, she got money.
I know, but she does have money. I know she comes from money, but I was just kind of very interesting that she's able to get money like that. But why they always do it in those metal suitcases?
It's
more dramatic
money
that way.
Suitcases.
Just put it in
I
a
think if
double
you
bag.
Google money suitcases, that's
those are money suitcases.
You
know why we don't
I'm
know
making
that?
stuff up.
Because we ain't got money.
No, sure don't. Sure don't.
You know how our money comes in? An envelope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. That's how that's given to us.
Yeah.
So
yeah, she's withdrawn $600,000 in 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. But I know she does have money.
Yeah.
So and actually on a side note, this relates to the storyline. On some of our digest this week, they gave Hope the Performer of the Week. So I was like, yes, of course. But also, they mentioned in the question, someone goes, "Was Scuttle Hole Row always her the whole road? Always her address?"
We talked about that.
And someone else mentioned it, and they go, "Yes, there is. That was always the address because 1313 Mockingbird Lane was Maggie and Mickey's old place, a reference to the Munsters."
You better know all the addresses and stuff.
I am the historian.
Yeah.
You are.
That's why, because I don't pay attention.
You don't. Too busy getting pizza rolls. But I'm digging the New Hope. I'm interested
Cheryl,
to see
quit putting my age in the chat room.
What is it?
We get it, Cheryl. We got it. Stop it now. Point is made. Got it.
I'm really interested to see how this storyline plays out.
Well, now that Sierra's involved at this point. Well, now Sierra's involved. That's it. I mean, it's going to be, now all bets are off. Now it's just to save Sierra. Which, I mean, how's that going to work? And where is Dr. Malcolm at this point?
So are we to assume Dr. Malcolm is now dead? Because
I thought they were going to walk in on him dead. I thought that guy stopped him.
Well, apparently this happened, another off-screen thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was interesting to, have him finally admit that he had something to do with Bo, and then he's tried to cover himself and all that. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is her dad's money. She has money. She comes from money. So,
yes. Well,
you're right, Haywood. I'm mad at you 1 minute, the next minute I agree with you. This is how it works here.
Yeah. All right. So there's that storyline.
Yeah, I'm kind of done with it.
Yeah.
Dun.
Yeah.
So let's get to Chad.
Really? Should we talk about Chad and Abigail and Ben?
Because, I'm sorry, Friday was hands down the best episode.
Why?
Because of Chad and Abigail.
The little romance.
Was it because of Chad and Abigail, or just?
I mean, mostly Chad. No, I honestly I thought their scenes on Friday were. I mean, I was just mesmerized and captivated and invested 100%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was very much kind of a wonderful.
I'm curious. Wow. Oh my God, are you freaking kidding me right now? Are you right?
Excuse me.
Oh, good, of course. How are you? Thank you. Oh my God, I have to move. No, you go sit here.
Go sit here, Nick.
Well, look who we have
here. Oh my goodness.
Look at here. I'm
coming in to celebrate.
Well,
Mark's
he needs
birthday.
a cocktail.
I don't even know how I ended up here. I heard somebody. talking about me.
Shoot.
Surprise, Mark.
I'm not gonna see what happens when he walks out.
See, he's already out. From Thailand.
How are you?
Good to see you.
Oh my God, well, welcome. What's
going on? Thank you.
I was just talking about how amazing Friday was.
That's why.
Thanks to you.
Yes. What's going on?
Let's look at the chat room because I'm sure they're
Dying.
dying right now.
Birthday surprise.
OMG, yes, OMG. And thank God my age is gone. Don't write it in there again. She keeps telling everybody how old I am. It's rude.
Flynn.
I'm thrown off now.
Tony.
Yeah, they don't. I'm gonna get another screenshot.
You better thank him.
Thank you, Tony.
Yeah, you're welcome. I had to endure all these conversations with him. I had other important things to do.
You see?
Than to sit here and talk to Billy Flynn.
I'm just here for the Tinsel Time CD.
Is that what you're here for?
That's payment? That's your payment? I love it. Have a pizza
Hi,
roll and
everyone.
cake. Do you want a cocktail? We need another cup, or you can drink
I'm
mine.
good. I'm good. I had a hard enough time getting here from my drinking last night. It was like 3 o'clock, and I'm going,
So you were celebrating my birthday yesterday.
Yep.
perfect.
See?
Without you.
Clearly, because I wasn't. I was laying in bed doing nothing. All right, so
Look at it. Yeah, happy birthday.
All right, we got a show to do.
yeah, we do.
Oh, yeah, sorry,
okay,
sorry.
so
Stay focused.
Let's talk about me.
We're about to. We're about to start that right
of
now.
course.
Okay, I was gonna say before I was interrupted, but
Happily interrupted.
happily interrupted.
Yes.
I think I did tweet it though earlier today when you were like, I think it was the milkshake. I literally squealed. I was like, oh my
Told you
god.
my milkshake brings all the boys to the office.
But you know what's funny? When you mentioned that, I had no idea what you were talking about because I hadn't seen the episodes yet. And so I was just like, because my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I was like, Caroline doesn't do milkshake. She does pies. What is he talking about?
She did milkshakes.
She did milkshakes. She did.
milkshakes
Yeah.
for them.
Milkshakes.
Well, and then I watched it today and I was like, oh, missed that
Yeah,
reference.
that was a fun little scene.
That
though.
was fun. That was so
I
cute.
think I
Like,
ad-libbed like almost the entire thing.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like the stuff like strong and come on, woman, I don't have all day.
Yeah. Oh, it was so good, and she did such a great job.
She did really good.
I thought
yeah,
she was
great.
knocked it out of the ballpark.
Well, just this whole week
Yes.
has kind of just been unraveling with this storyline. Finally, like, I mean, it's like, are you okay?
I swear, I was totally fine
He is
5
turning red.
minutes
He's
ago. I
like turning
swear
red.
to you,
He's
I
like turning red. I
was.
love it.
The alcohol kicked in.
Yeah.
But the scenes this week finally been just unraveling. Like you saving Abigail and y'all being on the burning bed. First of all, how was the burning bed? Like, how did that?
It's hot.
What? Like, how did that happen? Like, was it actually,
Technically, how did it happen?
Like, yeah.
Well, technically, they just light the bed on fire.
So you
Oh, you really
You
was
were
on
on
fire.
the bed.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
further
See, I
back.
thought there was
Well-
something in front of the bed.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
What they do is they kind of separate the frame and they bring in like these like metal pipes that spit out flames.
Oh, okay.
okay.
Yeah, because
So there is separation, but I mean it's
still there.
Yeah.
Because you know what I would have said? Not I.
Stunt person.
gonna have-
Stunt person.
We're gonna
I don't think that's the
I'm not-
attitude you should have if you want to be Maxine's son. I think you should do whatever they
No,
they tell you to do.
You know what the great thing about being Maxine's son? Don't have to worry about fire.
I don't know. You never know.
That was hot, and we went through it once, and I was like, I didn't like the way it went, so I made us all do it again.
Did you really?
Oh, really?
And how did Kate feel about that?
I didn't ask. I was like, just real quick, back to the top.
Back to the top.
Tied myself back up. Let's go.
Well, I just want to say while you're sitting here, you've done amazing work the last couple of weeks.
Oh, thank you.
Seriously, you, Kate, Robert, just doing amazing. I mean, just like amazing, intense work. I mean, after you get off the day, do you like go home and just drink, or do you like do yoga? Like, what do you do to unwind from this heavy storyline?
Sleep.
Oh, sleep.
It has
No,
to be
I mean
draining.
it's I mean we shot 6 months ago though, and like it feels like it never ends because the stuff that we've been doing now feels crazier than it was then.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Also, it gets crazier.
Not crazy. I mean it's all draining like one way or another, whether it's physically or emotionally.
Well, you're shooting time. It's a long day.
Yeah. Sometimes you get lucky going for a couple hours, but
Yeah. Well, I've had those days.
yeah. I mean, there's no time to really unwind. You got to get ready for the next day.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
weekends, you drink yourself into it.
Well, one of my other thoughts watching the scenes this week was how whoever's mom is Thomas Jack or Colin, how like nervous she might have been just to have that scene where the baby's just laying there on the bed by itself with all the pillows around.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't been a mother before, but like
Yet.
I played one. But to like be a mom like off screen being like, is anyone watching the child? Like cut. Oh,
Yeah.
I got a little worried about the kid for a second.
Those kids they're super chill.
Are they?
They're like the best babies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Now I have to say though, I am a father, so I'm going to say this for preemies. That was such a big head that baby had, and even what's her name said, "Wow, it's a big healthy baby." So I was like, "Wow, it's a healthy baby."
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
It seems
Well, and go ahead.
It's small. I mean, everybody was joking. I was like, it's so small. I mean, it is a small. I mean, it's obviously not a premature baby.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I said. Is you can't really have a premature baby, so you kind of just have to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
When did Chad slept with Abby a couple weeks earlier, didn't he?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
8.5 months.
Yeah.
Right.
Squished down.
Listen, you just have to be a fan with open arms.
That's right,
and
open
say,
arms.
I accept the fact that this is a big ass baby. yeah. You just have to accept it.
Yeah, it's been fun though. No, Kate and Rob everybody was really good.
Now, speaking of Rob, like, okay, I've described it as cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs before, but I now think I have to come up with something different because it was like beyond, especially when he was in the interrogation room and he like went back to his childhood. I was like, kudos to you. Like, you are playing crazy like a little too well.
Demented, huh?
Yeah, like it was. The scenes were just like, for 2 seconds, I actually felt bad for Ben. I was like, oh
No, I didn't.
just for a second, because I mean, he's unraveling now. Like,
But is he?
Nah,
I don't know. Ask him.
Maybe that was an act.
But I mean, like, I'm thinking, is it an act?
Maybe
That's
it's
what
an
I kept
act.
thinking. It's like, is this an act?
Because we never heard whether he's
Dunzo.
he's done.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
they never said. Like everybody else, they're like, oh, they're off the show. They're
Right.
gone.
Yeah.
They've never said that about him. So
Yeah.
it may be his.
I don't know. Well,
He
I
may be
don't,
thinking in advance.
I don't think it is because by now, I mean, everybody else has been leaked. Like, I'm pretty sure they
Yeah.
would have said something about Rob not being on the show by now.
Yeah, I think so too, actually.
I think that can't be.
I guess he
it.
can be redeemed. People snatch babies. He can be redeemed.
You know how many people have
Look at
snatched
this.
babies?
Exactly.
I don't know what
in
world
Salem
you
and-
live in.
I live in a
Baby
soap world.
snatchers
I live in a
clearly-
soap world.
Clearly not Salem, USA.
In soap world, how many rapists have ended up
Hello.
marrying?
Jack.
Yeah, Jack.
Well, think about the biggest one of all on General Hospital, Tony Geary. I mean, Luke was raped Laura, and it became a sensation afterwards.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. You're killing, shooting midwives behind the shed.
Oh, poor Nancy.
That's pretty-
Or Wendy, whatever her name was. Wendy.
Oh, Wendy.
I called her Sarah Palin. Like, what's Sarah Palin doing on here?
Oh.
Them glasses.
Yeah.
Beating old Chad up
I know.
over and over again.
You always get beat up. That's the thing. It's like you go against him. He has crazy strength too now. So like, how do you?
Well, it's a television show, and I didn't write it. Had I written it, I would have won the second time.
Are you sure?
Here's my justification for it. Everybody's like, "Oh, how's he going to go in?" And he's weak. They needed to get us in a bed somehow. I'm not going to tie myself willingly. I mean, maybe I would. And he just came out of a coma, so a little tap to the back of the head is gonna.
That's true. Actually, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. I mean, you talk about days. I mean, when he knocked me out, and I busted into the cabin. It had been probably 4 hours since I came out of the coma.
Oh, that's
True.
right. Oh my
That's
God, you're
true.
right. We were just about that before he came out. We were just about the days. How like they were saying we buried Bo today, and that was on Thursday. Like we only buried Bo earlier today. I'm just confused how long these days are
I
going.
think they accidentally slip those in sometimes. They're not meant to be.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
Like you're not supposed to talk about time.
Yeah.
I there was a scene that I had with Abby. I think it might have been in Will's apartment where I mentioned like yesterday. I was at the hospital yesterday, and
Yeah.
it was written, but usually that gets caught.
Well,
makes
yeah,
sense.
so they don't need to say that.
Because we like that.
I was gonna say too, just talking about the fighting. Somebody like tweeted something about like Chad should feel bad because Lonnie took down Rob so easily, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh wait a minute. JJ was there with her, by the
Yeah.
way. She had, help. And she didn't really do anything. It was JJ that punched
Yeah.
him. So I was like,
Okay.
He
whatever.
knocked her apart, and then JJ
First of all,
jumped
yeah,
in.
Lonnie just picked him up.
Yeah, exactly. She didn't really do anything to him.
Right.
And I don't know.
How do you feel about that, Tony? How do you feel about that?
Can we talk about that one punch?
I think JJ, I think Ben hadn't gotten a lot of sleep. He also maybe didn't take his creatine that day. So JJ had an advantage.
Yeah.
That whole. I
was
giggled.
weird.
I
I
giggled
did
during
too.
that scene
I did
because
too.
like all of a sudden like Ben like charges and JJ just goes, "Psh,"
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Well, and
oh, so
did
that's
we
it?
talk about this already? That the ridiculousness of him even going.
We
Yeah,
did,
yeah.
and then we I think we last left off with we wonder what Roman was going to have to say about it. Cut to this week when
Yes.
Roman finally said something about it. He just goes, "Well, guess it's a good thing that JJ was there." I'm like,
what?
That's so ridiculous.
and then
so
said,
annoying.
"Leave it out of your report." What kind of commissioner are you?
Yeah.
He did say that.
Wrong.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm really, and I'm gonna say it now since Billy's here. Not liking the new rating officially right now.
Oh, we made a declaration.
Well, you didn't like the old writing. You didn't like
No,
the
I didn't hate.
You are
No,
hard
here's
to
what I didn't
please.
like about the old writing. Daniel. Melanie,
Melanie.
the Jonas family, wanted them to go. I never said I didn't hate. My quote of the week, I had 5 pages. It was easy. Now it's like pulling teeth. Other than when you're on, of course.
He has a whole. He has your whole script.
And his lines of the week are probably shit that he made up and ad-libbed. Probably not even the writers.
Just his own brilliantness.
They had to change something. Listen. I've told you, it's hard. They're writing a lot of episodes a week, and they have a team of writers, and they write. We shoot 8 episodes a week. They write as many, if not more. I actually got to give them credit because, you pumping out shows. Everybody's doing the best they can, and they're creating something that people still watch, and ratings are up. I don't know how they do that.
It's definitely an interesting days right now.
Yes,
it's
it is.
It's very interesting. Someone asked in the chat room, can someone explain why Chad didn't bring a weapon when he went to the cabin to save Abigail?
I thought the same thing too, actually.
But you know what? I was like, listen, he was like, no one is really helping. He's saying, like, let's go after them. I think that here's da-da-da. And Rafe is just kind of collecting evidence, but not really processing it. And Chad is like a doer. So he was just like, I gotta go.
I agree with that. I agree with that also.
Yeah, I thought about that. Again, I maybe would have suggested or at least a taser or a pepper spray or like one of those rape whistles.
You could have borrowed. Hope stuff. Hope seems to have
Hope's got everything.
Hope's busy right now.
Stop by Hope's house.
Yeah,
she's got tasers.
Yeah, but that being said, if you get a phone call and saying that something happened, I guess you just you're not thinking straight. You just go in and you kind of don't expect it. And also, Chad is sort of the moral compass of that family too. That's not the kind of person he is. He doesn't want Ben dead. Like he just wants to save Abby and the baby. That's it. So, lesson learned. Hopefully he brings a gun next time.
Yeah. Well.
No, I agree with you. That's how I read it. Was that it was more about Abby, less about Chad. Less about Ben.
Yeah.
Like you were trying to get to her.
Yeah.
It wasn't so much he's just incidental. He has her, but like you're trying to get to her and get her out.
And he also didn't know the situation. He didn't know that it was like.
That's true.
He knew he was the murderer.
Well, but he knew what was going on.
But he forgot. Well, he didn't forget. He got knocked out. It got knocked out of him.
I had memories that were lost.
A little fuzzy.
I don't know.
Well, all is out. Like they know that Ben is the necktie killer. Finally, the baby has a new name. Thomas Jack Devereux.
I knew as soon as she said she wanted a new name, I literally, I wish I would have said it, like wrote it, or texted or tweeted it before she said it, because I was like, I knew she was going to say Thomas. I knew.
Oh, really?
So Chad's moral compass. LOL. Fair enough.
And that is the quote of the week.
He should have brought the gun he used on EJ.
Didn't have any bullets in it.
Yeah.
I love it. That's so funny. But no, I didn't know it was going to be Thomas Jack. But I was like,
didn't know.
I knew Tom. I knew as soon as she said family name, I was like, oh my gosh, she's totally going to do Thomas.
I didn't know where Colin came from. I was like,
well, a lot of people were saying when he said Colin, it reminded him of Colin Murphy, who was a Brady cousin. He's not related to them.
Oh, yeah, I remember Colin Murphy.
Yeah, he's not related to them. They were saying Colin's so weird. Why
he's
would
not
you say
related to.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird to say
Ben.
that. Yeah, so it's kind of weird to say the name Colin.
did anybody else get freaked out like when they last showed Ben in the jail cell?
Oh, yeah, I was
and the camera panned, and then he looked like right into the camera.
He did.
Yeah.
I was like,
He was looking at you.
no. Let me tell you something. If Batty Ben came after me, it would be a whole different kind of storyline, and not in a good way.
Oh yeah, what would you do?
Well, first of all, I would have arrived with a weapon in hand.
Yes. Have you ever handled a gun before? In that sweater vest of yours?
Hey, this is my Mark J. Freeman look.
We're trying to dress like
that Argyle sweater of yours.
They both dressed like me, and I didn't
Where'd you
dress
get
like
that?
me.
Gap? Old Navy?
Oh, he's like, he's
You
trying
know what? There was a moment where I thought about liking you.
There's no point.
It was there's no
Ship
point.
has sailed.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
let's get back to it.
Fine.
Let's get back. Two things get back.
But that scene reminded me. It was so eerie, but it reminded me of like the same scene as the end of Thriller when Michael Jackson turns around with the yellow eyes.
Oh, yeah.
It still gets me.
The Thriller.
Still gets me. Yeah, I was just like, ooh, crazy.
So, do we think that they're gonna let? Well, I guess not. I saw a spoiler. I guess they let you and Abby be happy for a minute, but I see something else going on with your half brother.
Yeah, there's you're strapped to something with that.
Wait, first of all, can we talk about how Andre cannot get it together? And then he suggests that Chad courts Belle so
Belle.
that they can get the money back. I'm like, but I love that Chad was just like, no.
There's two scenes. I remember doing this because they were so weird. You know, they have you come in and you know, they're whatever. They just throw the scene and you have to explain what you did. I came in. I remember, Stefano sitting there. I'm like, correct. There was a cabin. It was burning. I was saving babies. He knocked me out.
I love that scene.
Either way,
you did.
It was crazy. What's up, Dad?
Yeah, I know, totally.
I love that scene.
Yeah,
you
it was
did,
great.
You listed everything.
Yeah. And then it was like, oh, we need you. No.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, Andre, because there's a scene, he likes Teo. I love him, but he wants to be like, you listen to your family.
Yeah.
And then when I was just like, no, and that's when I walked up, I was like, Andre.
You did say that. You did say that.
There's another scene coming up. I think it's next week. It's kind of the same thing. I'm just like smiling through the whole thing because I don't know how else you do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you have to just list things or talk about it, but you're supposed to be. I came in like,
You did.
It was great. I got my girl now.
You did do it that way. Do you know that fans love you and Andre together? Like you guys, you're Chandra.
Yeah.
They love you guys are.
That's
You guys are
fun.
great together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's surprising. I mean, you never know how it's going to turn out. I didn't know how it was going to turn out with Joe because and then you shooting it feels one way and then you see it and you're like it's good. Mm-hmm. So you can never really tell. But yeah, him and I have a lot of fun.
We love Teo, of course. He's just a riot.
Oh, somebody tried it. Patty said Tony may have handled a paint gun before.
A paint gun. Oh, to you.
Paintball gun?
Yeah. No, I've never been paintballing. It hurts too much.
It's fun.
On the same note, someone did say that they like my sexy Liberian look.
Liberian.
You know what's funny? Someone in here, Jillian, asked if Billy had finally won me over, and I can answer that. No.
It's okay. I don't care.
It's something that I will never get or never understand, how you two just fall over him.
I like him.
Don't get it.
He's like, I like it.
I think mine goes without saying.
They love Rafe and Chad too. They're staying together.
Yeah.
I can't.
Abby and Chad.
I got
Marlena
mad
and
Ken
Chad.
with people.
Yeah, you and Marlena
What
are
is
good
the
together,
one
too.
consistent in all those things?
Chad.
That's all I'm saying.
But it's funny when they brought up the whole Belle thing. I'm like, Chad and Belle together. That's an interesting combination.
Well,
I don't know.
Who?
You and I was almost said Martha Madison. That's not in real life.
Belle.
You and Belle.
Yeah, I don't know why they're coming up. That's why I said before it gets weird for a little bit.
Well, there's some. Daquan was just talking about the brainwashing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
I don't know.
a little out there, but it's phase
fun.
of our lives.
I mean, that's the thing too. I mean, it's fun. It might be terrible, but I don't know. I did what I could with it. Like, how do you walk around trying to be like being brainwashed?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like trigger words. Walk around,
Hamburger.
I just kind of remembered. I just was like, I'm gonna be like the prodigal, like EJ, like the yes.
Yes.
Like I was the yes man.
Yeah.
The father comes in.
How funny.
Like, will you do this? Absolutely, Father. Whatever you want.
That's right, but I just think it's interesting for you as an actor. You get to work with other people on the show, obviously. So you get to work with Martha, and it'll be something.
And Martha was great. We had a lot of fun.
We love Martha. She's friends to us.
Oh yeah,
It's quick. I mean, it passes quick. They sometimes they just need things to blend into somebody else's storyline,
Right,
and introduce something else. So.
Right.
Well, we've noticed that they've gone fast on days recently.
Yeah.
Like
super
real
fast.
fast.
Just like Bo took forever to get to Salem, only to die.
Yeah.
Chad
It was
and
real
Melanie
quick.
is not gonna happen.
You said Chad and Melanie?
So that's Kendra Johnson.
Somebody wrote it.
Well, not if Mark has anything to do with it.
He like that.
I
Definitely
will
not
drop
happening.
a bomb on those studios.
But then he wouldn't have a job anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I won't do it when he's there.
Oh.
Not that dumb. Duh.
Suddenly, I feel like if Mark were to drop a bomb on the studio, he would make sure everything of Billy Flynn was saved.
Saved, exactly.
And then-
Like, why is Billy's dressing room cleared out?
You guys are we're gonna get like a knock on the door. Not a good time to talk about dropping bombs.
I know.
Yeah,
I know,
exactly, right, exactly.
Exactly.
No bomb threat here. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Just kidding, Bush.
One look at me, they know that I'm lying.
So, moving on, we have Teresa, Brady, Victor, Philip, and Anne.
Yes.
First of all, Philip is back in town.
Jean-Paul Vassier.
Yes.
Well, let's go around. What do you think?
About Philip?
Yeah, of the new Philip. A thumbs up or a thumbs down?
Sideways?
I knew you were going to say
I'm not. Well,
sideways.
I'm not sure because like I feel like they tried to give him the J. Kenneth Johnson like look.
I feel that way. Yes.
But I'm not sure if it suits him. And then like he seems real mean. Like
Yeah.
I don't remember Philip being like.
Well, he was. No,
that
Philip was always
devious.
Philip was always a little intense compared to.
But not. But it seems like
Well,
it's like.
and remember though, when that Philip was on, he was like high school, 20. This is an older Philip.
Oh yeah, it is.
Okay, that's a little dramatic. That's a little dramatic. What do you say about my age when I'm not around?
Listen, I told everyone we're celebrating your 65th birthday.
I know.
What, I mean, what else? What else am I
65
supposed to say about that?
What do you thank you? What do you?
As the oldest person in the room, which we asked is
Which I
old.
appreciate.
Thank you.
Keep him around.
Keep me right. I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest in the room. No, I'm kind of sideways too
maybe she went
because
to perfume or something.
I loved him as Rex on Life to Live. He's a great actor. I loved him on that show. He could do comedy. He could do drama. I know what he can do. So I'm kind of curious to see what he's going to do on here because I know what he can do. So I'm kind of a sideways. I'm not dismissing him.
I liked him.
I mean, he's only been on for 2 days. I mean, we have
I thought he
give him a
did
little
good.
credit.
I didn't dislike anything that he was doing.
No, I didn't dislike it. It's just one of those things where it's like, okay, Philip's back. Like,
Well,
what
I
are we
think
gonna
too.
do?
I think if he was like the old Philip, it's too much like Brady, and
Yeah.
I feel like there has to be something between.
Yeah.
Like him and Brady kind of have to be opposites.
Now, folks were getting upset because when he went and saw Caroline, which I think there is a backstory, there's a little side thing there too because of the whole drug thing, that he didn't mention Will, his nephew. He mentioned Bo, but he didn't mention Will, who died also recently.
Oh, that's
Right.
true.
So,
Well, you
that's his
know,
nephew.
they just buried Bo like earlier that day,
when-
so like that's the
He
first.
said he
When
couldn't
Philip
make it.
went to the pub, he didn't mention Will dying to Caroline. He's apologized. He said, "I'm sorry, I couldn't make it here for Bo."
Oh, wait,
but he never said-
Will's dead?
Yes, he's on Youthful Days. He'll be on this starting February 20th.
I didn't hear that.
You didn't hear that? Oh, you know why?
Ruined it for you.
Because there was this whole fight that happened between you and Ben, and he totally knocked you out. So your memory is kind of fuzzy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of your best friends.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So,
So that was so Philip is back, and I like the scenes between him and Brady. They're kind of good. So I'm really
Yes.
curious what he's going to do. And then meanwhile, we have Anne and Teresa having a little friendship, going through their friendship this week.
who she then offered Anne a job,
Yes.
which I was kind of like Anne. I was like, okay, you want me to leave this like high position job at a hospital, probably like good benefits, everything like that, to come and be your assistant?
But I'm glad she said that out loud. I'm glad she said that.
But she
No,
did
because we
say-
all said it out
yeah,
loud.
we're like, why don't you leave?
But she did say, if the money's good, I'll consider it.
Right.
Well, the money as the assistant must be real good to
Yeah.
leave your HR
Well,
position.
assistant at Titan versus a hospital job? I don't know.
better.
I mean,
Probably-
I don't know what they get paid in hospitals. I'm going to get yelled at by people that work in hospitals. I'm sorry. I don't know how much you get paid.
Yeah, but you're right. It might be better.
All right,
I mean,
Probably more than I get paid in
R.I.P.
AfterBuzz.
Will. R.I.P.
we're your homie. We're your homie.
I miss you.
Billy, I love you, says Ruby.
Love you too.
Oh, will you say hi to Cheryl?
Hi, Cheryl.
I think she's from Australia.
Who?
Who?
Cheryl from
Cheryl,
Australia.
oh, not Cheryl.
Hi,
Hart.
Cheryl from Australia.
Yeah.
Or Cheryl from anywhere.
Yeah.
All the Cheryls out there.
All the
in the
Cheryls in the
world.
world. All the Cheryls. But no, I like that. I want them to do more stuff for Basic Black. I want to see all the women. I know she goes, when we work for those bitches, I mean, like, I want to see the bitches. That's
Well, they
good
got they
ourselves.
literally got all the bitches together.
They do. That's why I love it.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Somebody just wrote something that I think is pretty interesting. I hate when the characters and storylines suffer because the actors wish to leave the show. Interesting statement.
Well, that's
That is
I
an
mean,
interesting
they have to leave.
statement.
And I was going to mention this too. Speaking of that, people choosing to leave the show, whatever. This is now the third Philip,
Yes, because Cal Brandt wasn't
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, Kyle Brandt, J.
yeah,
Kenneth
but we
Johnson,
couldn't
and now
recast Will.
You messed up. It's Kayla from Australia.
Kayla.
Kayla.
Sorry.
Or
Crystal.
Crystal.
You
I like Dynasty.
Cheryl's from, so I don't know. I can't. That's too much.
It's overwhelming.
That's what we deal with all the time.
This is why I have to get reading glasses. Because I can't keep up.
I mean, yeah, they could have.
I'm just saying.
They could have recast both.
I'm going to stick with that because I do, and it makes me angry that they even brought that up as why they had to get rid of Will is that we can't recast. Like that's just absolutely absurd.
I mean, they can recast anybody. They can recast Chad.
You're like,
I'm ready to go.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's go. It's like your cake.
Get the cake, get the booze. Let's go. And Gen CD. We're going to be sitting outside eating cake and drinking and listening to Gen CD. If that is not a commercial for this CD, I don't know what is.
It sure is, isn't it?
It's true. Anybody can be recasted. I mean, it's I think on a soap or something like that when it moves. I mean, it's a machine and nobody's really larger than the machine.
And I think it's up to the actor too to step up and make people go, oh, okay, I don't care that it's a new person. I like this new person. I like what they're bringing to this part. And who was it? I think it was Lauren Kozlov when she was here. We talked to her about being recast and was she worried? And I loved her answer. And she was just like, when you do theater, I mean, how many people have played, Hamlet.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's
Right.
like, are you intimidated going into that because 1,200 other people played Hamlet? No, you do your best Hamlet.
Yeah.
True.
And I just love that was her response because I'm like, you shouldn't care who you are replacing, and they shouldn't care as long as if you have faith in your casting department, they can bring in the best person for that job. Then let them do it. Let them do their job.
I totally agree.
Okay, that's it. That's my rant. Thank you.
Cheese and crackers.
And there's a perfect example right here, by the way.
Perfect example of what?
A recast.
What I was just
that worked.
What I was just saying. I'm just saying. You can use that for your reel. You can use that for your reel.
He's trying it, Tony. He is trying it with you. Oh, he sipped his tea.
You want water?
Yeah.
I have water.
I don't want your water.
Yeah, no, I wasn't going to share anyway.
But I'd like adding them together. I hope it all works out. I like them together. Bring Basic Black in there. Do it. Bring it together.
Oh, I like it.
Basic Black versus Titan. I'm all. Oh, excuse me.
All of a sudden, I just heard like, oh, I like it.
Me too. I was like, oh.
I'm like, did I miss something?
Me too. I was like in the middle of a talk. I'm like, well.
Do we need to leave?
I know.
Here's the game we play, just so you're up to speed. Anytime Tony talks, interrupt him so he can't use it on his reel.
He always does it. It's some weird thing. He always does it.
The game we play.
Got it.
Oh boy.
You have 100
I think there's going to be some Basic Black stuff coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Because and Titan and all that. I love the boardroom stuff. They do it right. It can be really fun and exciting. So I love when shows do that. So it'll be interesting to see what Philip does. And now that he's kind of goading Brady a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there's some like male rivalry thing. And Teresa's just happy as a clam. She got her man and baby and a place to live.
But does it seem to you guys that Brady's upset that she offered Anne a job? Like,
no,
it ended kind of weird.
She said it's in her budget to hire an assistant.
Yeah, but Brady's whole reaction, I don't know, they were just saving it just so he can be like, oh no, it's cool. But he just had like this reaction of like, oh no, she's probably really is the old Teresa. Now that Anne's I don't know.
You think that's going to make him think that she's the old Teresa?
Listen, I don't know. Like, I'm reaching for the stars here.
Clearly.
I mean,
I don't know. It'll be interesting.
That's why I drank, Tony.
But I don't know. We'll see with that. And then Victor, of course, confesses to Maggie that Caroline told him about the vision of his death as he sips herbal tea.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I don't like Caroline's vision. She's not Celeste.
The only thing about her visions that I am glad at least they're talking about it. Like everyone's just not like, oh, another one of those darn visions again. You know what I mean? Like they're actually like, this is a side effect. This is something that's happening. Like,
I'm not a fan of it.
Kind of ridiculous. So I don't know. I'm just whatever.
Not a fan.
But if they kill Victor, I'm leaving after Buzz. I can't.
No, you're not. But
I will never have a. You would have to give me a quote a week every week then.
All right.
It's okay, done. It's all done.
Okay, that's the agreement. If they get rid of Victor, I need you to step up.
All right.
Okay. Done. I'm back.
I'm back.
Well, John Aniston's too good. He'll be around.
Yeah, he's too good.
Yeah. 130 years.
Maybe her like visions now are kind of like short wiring, so she's seeing death but in the wrong person.
That's a good storyline. I kind of like that actually.
How about those bananas?
I'd rather have.
This is why I should be in the writing room.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You
You'll
know
have
what?
a lot more airtime.
Thank you.
He would be all Billy Flynn show.
Thank you.
But can we not agree Friday was amazing because someone was on screen most of the day?
I agree.
Who, Rafe?
Oh,
Do you want to hit him?
Rafe did get some great screen time. He did. And especially Hope.
Hope got some screen
Hope
time.
was like killing it. Oh, and that part with Sierra?
Sierra, she was like that big on the screen.
I know. She's like, I know. It's like, that's Sierra.
Do you want
Who's
something
in
to
there?
throw? I can find something to throw at him. There you go.
Not Chandler,
how
Tammy.
does that feel? It feels like at home, doesn't it? It feels home.
Feels pretty good.
Yeah, right?
Chandler let us borrow that for a little bit.
Gave you his Emmy.
He has
did.
3. So
He has 3 of them, so you know.
he lets us babysit that one.
Yeah.
Nope, that was
Where
it.
are we now?
Okay, so we're moving on to tidbits. So this whole like thing with Steve, Kayla, and Joey and Ava. So I showed you guys the picture that I took of myself of how I was
Yes.
looking when
Yes.
when Ava kind of returned and did her whole like
And I was right,
bit.
by the way,
What?
that Joey didn't know.
He didn't know. You're right.
About
he didn't know.
Ava's
Yeah,
past?
he didn't know.
Well, yeah.
Because when she
That
started
she was
cutting,
tricking him.
he was like, "Why are you cutting? What's going
Yeah.
on?" I mean, I don't like. Oh, so he didn't know.
No.
It's exactly what I thought.
She played on him.
He's like 16
Yeah.
or something. I don't know. He's young. Like, of course he's not gonna know.
Yeah.
But
That's less weird than sitting in a room having a conversation with your parents after they just got.
I know. That
Yeah,
was really
that
weird.
was like
Making sex.
weird. I know,
That was
so
weird.
I would have left.
Yeah, I was supposed to see you guys later.
Yeah.
Back at the house.
I'll see y'all at the house.
They're like, "Hi, Joe. Hi, Joe. What's going on?" I'm like, "You're
And
in
they're
the
all
row."
like sitting there.
In a
and it's
row.
like-
Yeah.
I don't care. Like I'm
The
a grown
rope.
man. If I walked in, I'd be like, "Mom,
I know. Right? Yeah.
Totally.
Mom, Dad, what are you guys doing?"
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, but I will say it was kind of nice to have some romance, just because we have all this stuff going on.
I honestly am really liking.
Yeah, no,
the
I'm
Steve
fine
and
with
Kayla
them.
stuff.
I'm
I
fine
think
with
it's.
them.
I think it's just so sweet to watch them.
Yeah, they're really good together.
Yeah.
They are, and
Yeah.
it's just history right there in the present.
You know what's funny to me is how they keep sneaking in these harmonica scenes.
Oh my God, the
I
harmonica.
know you guys don't like it, but he always played harmonica. That was his thing.
I get it, but they sneak them in and they give it just real quick,
Yes.
and then they're like gone.
Yeah.
I think it's just him. I think he just does that.
Oh really?
Oh, maybe it is.
Like he just whips
No,
it out.
I don't think. Yeah, I think like
Really?
Yeah, I think like he'll have a line or whatever, like see you later, baby, and he'll just pull it out and be like,
Oh, maybe he does.
see you
Maybe he does.
later. Just does it.
Yeah.
Now I have to say, this is my small rant. I was never a fan of the character Ava, who did nothing for me, and she
Can
lost
you?
her.
All right. What are you? Is this what you're going to discuss later?
Like his
Okay.
rant, yes.
For then I won't. I'll
But
say
I'm
mine.
just going to say that Tamara Braun, I love her because she was my second favorite Carly on General Hospital. I love her as an actress, but I'm not a fan, so I don't really care what happens.
I'm just
I really
curious.
like because she was my second favorite Carly.
Second favorite Carly. The other Carly was better. The other Carly was better. She was second favorite Carly. Yes.
I'm just curious as to like what's going to happen with this storyline now that it's been discovered that Joey was in on it, but they don't know about Ava, and Ava seems to have this like whole plan of something. I don't know.
I don't really. Well, that's why I want to know more because I don't really remember the last.
we're gonna talk about
story.
that
I was
later.
probably not.
Well, trust me, the
And it probably didn't
crazy
make any
is
sense to me
running
then.
rampant. In
Yes, it
Salem.
is. Yes, it is in Salem. It
Complete
sure
rampant.
is.
All right, so
And then we have then Eduardo got around this week. He had a lot of visitors this week. He had a mystery woman.
I thought she was very pretty.
She's
by the way.
beautiful.
She
She's
was very
beautiful.
pretty, yeah.
And then he had Eve call him to accept
Yeah.
the job.
speaking of
And
Eve,
Lauren.
did we like the
Or-
placement of Cassie's CD?
Yes, I know that she played.
Did
playing
anyone
it.
else notice that?
Yes.
So like she was playing her CD,
But she had it-
But she
yeah.
she was holding it, but
Yeah.
you could see her face.
It was
Oh,
lovely.
how
right
funny.
there, and I was
That's
like,
our girl
didn't know.
Cassie. We love our Cassie.
Yeah.
Here sing. And then I
loved it.
tweeted her earlier in the week. I go, love
You mean
that.
like this?
Yeah, it's kind of like something like that. Yes, something like that.
Yes.
Tinsel time.
But I did
Buy it
tell
on iTunes now.
But I did tell her, what a big glass of wine you had. That glass was like as big as this microphone. It was like sitting in front of her. It was huge.
Well, yeah, that's-
we had a good laugh over that one.
that's
She
how
did
she
wine.
gets her
Takes her
wine.
wine.
And
And then John Black went and saw him too. So Eddie had a bunch of visitors and people calling him.
Oh, and with Eduardo trying to pretend like he doesn't remember anything, but
He's wearing the ring.
And John picked up on it that he obviously remembers something.
Yeah.
And
Well, you saw the preview, right?
No,
No, I haven't seen the preview.
So you don't know what's happening
No.
with that?
Do you remember what time I walked in the studio, right? Yeah, I
just saw it,
finished
but
the
it was
episode.
something that was on Facebook.
I didn't see it.
I think I posted on Audition Days page that I guess he's supposed to kill John.
Supposed to sit to kill John.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the assignment.
That's the new. That's the.
So instead of helping,
the thing that the mystery woman came in.
Yeah, Mystery Woman came
yeah,
in.
he's on a mission.
And then I love some Kate and Eduardo having the yogurt and kind of talking. I see the attraction.
Kate and Eduardo. What did I call him? Ketuardo?
Eduardo.
I don't know if that's gonna work.
Ketuardo.
That's A, right? A Martinez?
Yeah, A. Martinez.
He's so good.
So
He's
good.
so
And
good.
him and Lauren together completes
Are magic.
me.
They're
It really
they're
completes
really
me.
good.
I'm just so happy because every time they pair her with somebody, I'm always like, I don't know,
Yeah,
I don't
right.
know. And now I'm finally like, yes.
And
Well-
it goes with her history. She's smart in business.
Dumb in love.
Yeah, that's her male
Yeah.
choice. I wouldn't say dumb, but
Aren't we
kinda
all?
dumb. Yes.
Aren't we all?
Well, how come she hasn't stopped by and said hi to Chad?
That's true.
6
Yeah,
months?
Lorraine got in the way.
When she was here, I was like,
that's what happens.
watch how much time you spent with her.
She already had EJ
That
already. She
happened
already
off
had EJ.
camera.
Yeah.
A lot of things happen off camera.
She didn't come and like get mad at me for killing killing her grandson.
No, no.
And I love when he was asking her, she's like, wait, Rafe Hernandez is your son?
Oh, that awkward moment.
Oh
when you
my
have
God,
to
he's like,
confess
so do
that-
you know him?
I love his reaction though.
And
He
she
was
was
just
like-
I think you've said enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she was,
I get it.
I wrote down her quote. She was like, you know, Rafe goes, oh, yes, I do. And she writes, we had a connection. That's what she said. Like,
Yeah.
you go, Kate.
Yeah.
More than a connection.
No, it was connecting all right.
Yeah, they were
It was
connecting.
definitely
They were
connecting.
connecting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I kinda like that.
So there's that whole thing. And then moving on to.
What else are we on here?
I don't know what we're talking about.
Eddie.
anymore.
Bell.
I know.
Bell.
We'll bring you back.
I don't know how you guys do this.
The Bell.
I'm like, wait, what?
See, you have to be quick.
What show? What
Like
are we talking
days.
about?
Like days.
Still on
Quick.
days.
Still on
Guys,
days.
we're not going to talk about Belle and Sammy. And now is Sam? Have we agreed? Sammy's gone now.
I think she is.
Like
Okay.
Allison Sweeney's no longer.
I think she is.
Apparently she's gone.
So now,
she's
which is
sending
I
text
think why
messages.
the money was transferred to Belle.
Yes.
Because
Right.
now she can take over the storyline.
500 million.
I know.
Might as well.
Oh, did they say the amount?
No,
Yeah.
it's like it's 250 million.
Yeah.
wasn't it?
250
Yeah.
million.
Yeah.
This is a lot.
Listen, y'all got money in Salem. Well,
Money,
except for the Damaras. y'all broke.
Yeah, because
We're
Belle
broke
has it all
now.
now.
Yeah, y'all are just regular folks.
Yeah.
But I did love.
But
this-
can we just be normal?
I know you like to be normal. I know that's the thing.
It's kind of too late to be normal.
Yeah, a little too late.
That's true. I love the scene when Belle and Andre were talking, and then Marlena just kind of looked at
Oh,
her.
I know she was.
I don't know. There was something about that whole scene that
No.
I just got such a kick out of.
First of all, Marlena kind of like rolled up on Andre.
Yeah.
Like, what did you
Would
say?
you say?
I was
Yeah,
just like-
that's what it was. It
Yeah, it
totally
was.
was.
I was like, Marlena got a little hood all of a sudden.
Marlena just she doesn't listen to anything.
No.
No.
Like the scenes when she came into the interrogation, she's like, I just came in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We
that's
talked
true.
about that. We
That's
talked about
true.
that.
Does what she wants.
She says.
She says.
She says.
Say it. Yeah, you're me. Remember?
You forgot it.
That's Amelia Evans. That's all. It's not. You had a whole
What
thing.
is your spiel? He
I
has a
totally
spiel.
Like
forgot.
nowadays, now he has a spiel about her because she does kind of roll up just like I'm talking to Marlena Evans. I can do whatever the f I want.
She
Yeah.
does. Oh my god,
Yeah.
I totally forgot my meme.
I know.
It was funny too.
It was funny. You have a meme for it too. It's kinda
Yeah.
funny.
She's like the Kardashian mother of Salem.
Yeah. Chris Jenner.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's just a bad bitch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She's coming. She's like I just came in.
Daquan says Sammy's not there anymore.
Yeah, I think so.
Thank you, Daquan.
Daquan.
How do you know
stalks her.
Daquan?
Because he stalks her.
You love Sammy.
Would you hate when people stalk you?
You know, handsy.
Yeah.
My hands are up here every time. Every time.
Where have they been the past 30 minutes?
Up here. There's liquor and pizza rolls.
Those hands are busy. They're busy.
I'm sitting right here.
You are? Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, I know. So,
Yeah, then we got. I'm gonna combine them together. So Theo, Sierra, and Chase. They had some storyline time, and I included Rafe because I actually liked the scene between Chase and Rafe.
I did too.
yeah,
I did
was-
too.
It connected me to Chase a little bit because it was just kind of like, well, why isn't he grieving over his dad, and why isn't he like really? I'm like, and I saw that he finally broke down, and Rafe would be the guy to do it.
Yeah.
If anybody.
Well,
should
and
do
I
it.
think they're setting up the
I
whole
know.
Rafe with
I know.
the kids.
I know, but I did like the scene. I appreciate the
Hope's
scene.
kids.
Yeah.
And then,
But I also say, since we're talking about
Yeah.
this, Hope's kids, I hate when they only refer to Sierra. Like they say your daughter. They don't talk about just say her children. Like shouldn't you be worried about
Sean
your children,
Douglas and,
not just Sierra? I get that Sierra's the one that's there, but she has more than one kid, so that frustrates me when they do that.
Yes.
Okay, I'm done.
Someone else brought that up too online. I saw that. But also, I'm loving Kyle Pettis' work as Theo. He's just so good.
Okay, so when he got the text that said freak. I was like, are we gonna do like another bully storyline?
Probably.
Like,
Cool girl.
Uncle Chad's gonna beat some up.
That's
He
what I
probably
brought
won't beat
up.
anybody up, but
His record.
he's gonna start some fights and lose.
Well, we all know.
I got your back, Theo. Come rushing in. knocked out by a 14-year-old.
Well, we all know who's arriving to the gunfight without the gun.
There you go. Hey, and some 14-year-olds are tall.
I got my blue eyes. I was hoping that was
That's
gonna work.
right.
Oh, that's right. That's right. But no, it's gonna be. I kind of like that he likes Sierra. He made her a mix. Whatever. They don't call him tapes anymore. Or whatever
Oh,
they call
that
them.
was
it was cute.
That was so old school.
It was old school.
You remember like back in the day when you like somebody, you used to like turn on the radio station and like record all their favorite songs,
Yes, I do.
and you had to get the record just right so you can record the beginning of the song but not the talking.
Yep.
I never did that, but I knew people that did.
I did it. I don't care. I did it.
I did it many times. Has it been talked about on the show? I don't know. Maybe I missed it because I miss a lot. Unless you've said.
You just fast forward to me.
Have they even discussed the fact that Aiden was not the necktie killer?
No, they haven't discussed.
Yeah.
Well, did they discuss?
did.
Oh, they did. Okay, I guess I missed it too.
Who and when?
I think it was on
This week?
Was it on Friday?
Well.
Oh yeah,
I was distracted
Well,
on
I mean,
Friday.
it's obviously now known that Aiden is not the
that
necktie
part's not
killer.
known, yeah.
However, I don't think they have told.
But it hasn't been like really like.
It hasn't been like roles.
That's what I mean. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Because
I'm curious to see if they're just going to kind of ignore it.
No, I thought Rafe was going to tell Chase then when he was digging through the boxes and all that kind of stuff, but then I kind of tuned
because they didn't talk about it.
No,
they didn't talk about it. So yeah,
perfect opportunity. Just a suggestion.
Yeah. So that's it. That's been your week of days.
Yes, week of days, kids.
Yeah, and so now it's time to get into our segments, and we're going to start with mine. It's the official 3 Snaps Award.
Great.
I can tell you who's not getting it. Although I almost gave it to Billy.
Oh,
For what?
For the line of when you were talking to Stefano, and you're like, I'm not gonna do that. Like I giggled, and I was like, oh, I like that.
that was good. That was giggly. That was fun.
I almost gave it to Caroline for acknowledging the fact that Brady and Philip were so skinny and that they needed pie because I'm just someone
that's funny.
who likes to do that.
She's never said that to me. Just for the record.
Would she have to?
That's what I'm saying. That's my point. I'm already making fun of myself. You can't do it now.
Well, fine. But I decided I will keep it a little serious, and I have to give it to someone that, I mean, just really has done just such an amazing job with the character and with the storyline. I'm going to give my 3 snaps to Rob.
Oh, okay.
I think
I thought he was going to say you. I totally thought he was going to say you.
Why would I ever say Billy?
He doesn't know shit.
Nah.
He comes to still, you can still hear it. He's like,
but Rob has he's done just an amazing job with.
He wasn't really on though this week.
but the parts he was on, it was. Oh, he was. I'm like, hello, he was on this week. Oh, yeah, this whole week.
I'm just saying.
My official 3 Snaps Award is going to the craziest person in Salem.
Rob Wilson.
Yes. Ben Weston. Get my 3.
I'm going to ruin all your
Snaps
segments.
I love it. It's fine. You can do it. So now it's time for my segment.
Oh, wait, no, Tony's going to say.
wait.
Have you heard our new?
Let him finish.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Well, actually, it goes back to me. And
So
now
now we
it's
can
time
talk.
for Look Who's Related.
Look at his face.
That's pretty good.
That's good. He liked it. That's like, there you go.
No, sidebar, but
We're stepping it up here.
Rob
We're stepping it up.
Yeah.
what they gave him, and you just ran with it.
Yeah.
He did. No, he did a great
amazing.
job.
He did a great job.
Okay, so I've been listening to you guys online in the last couple of weeks, and there's like a lot of confusion, and people don't know anything. And this Look Who's Related is Ava Vitale and Steve Johnson, Hope Brady, John Black, and Philip Kiriakis. Say that 5 times fast.
There she is. Okay.
So it's Tamara Braun who won the Emmy for this role, actually, right after she had left the show. So it's kind of funny she won it afterwards. But so Ava first came on back in 2008. She had been stalking Steve.
Oh, really? That was 2008? I thought it was a long time ago.
No, so she knew a man named Patch. They had a relationship somewhere else. And there was this whole
Patch
thing.
and Ava.
Yes. And so then he left, almost got married. And then he was taken away from her. She didn't know this. She just thought that he left her. So she was like a woman revenging.
Scorn,
she came to town, saw Hope, and thought Hope was his wife. Kidnapped her. There's a whole storyline with that. That's how they're related, but she got out somehow. But when she was coming back, she was on a plane. Remember when Sean Brady died? The patriarch died? Mm-hmm. She sabotaged the plane that he had died. So I remember that whole thing. So Ava kidnapped Hope, but that whole thing was all resolved. Then Ava was pressuring Steve to have sex with her, and it didn't work out somehow. So she wanted more revenge, and she had kidnapped. She shot Hope. I remember the whole storyline. She shot Hope, but Bo came in, killed her father, who was a mobster. It was this whole convoluted storyline. She worked with Philip for a while. It was this whole thing. So she was on for like 3 years and had like a bunch of storylines with a bunch of people.
I think that's when I really wasn't watching very much.
So like 2008 to like 2011. So Ava does have history with Steve because she was in love with him at some point. So that's why.
So the last time Steve was on, she was on with him.
Yes.
Okay.
So she was,
I thought it was a long time ago.
And they finally tried, and then her and John got together and had a relationship. Do you remember when John had his memories erased with Stefano?
Which time?
Well, the time where he had the disc. He had a disc.
Oh, yeah.
That had all the memories on it. Bless you.
Thank you.
And so she was involved. Her and Philip were involved in all of that. And then it all worked out somehow. And then she was put on trial for the plane crash. EJ was her lawyer, but she skipped town.
See, okay, that's crazy.
And that's who's related. So she actually has some relations in town with people. She was on for like 3 years. So.
Wow. Well, and that has been James Lott Jr.'s Look Who's Related.
Very good. Pretty good.
Just you wait. Now it's time for Mark's Quote of the Week.
Whose voice is that?
Yeah.
That's yours?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it.
Oh my God. You chuckled though first. You did chuckle.
See, we're trying to step it up here. Doing something new in 2016.
Yeah.
Getting ready. Okay, so my quote of the week this week is going to, yet again...
Billy Flynn.
No, it's kind of been going back and forth. Although I do think Victor's, 2 ahead of you.
Okay.
I lost my notepad that had all my keeping track score. But I remember you guys were... You were one behind him, and then you were tied, and then I think he's won 2 since then. So you've got catching up to do. Okay. But anyway, so it's going to go to Victor Kiriakis when he was talking to Maggie, and she came in with the tea, and he tells her that about Caroline's vision of him dying, and she says, what are you going to do to that? And he said, it's not important. I'm going to take precautions. And she says, what kind of precautions? He says, well, I'm drinking herbal tea, aren't I?
Herbal tea, I know. Oh, John.
But it was, the look at the teacup before he does it in a more amazing way than I ever could. So I'm not even going to try. But, he just completes me.
He completes you?
I know. We had this argument online. It's implied. I don't have to say Billy.
If you were like, what about Billy Flynn? What about Billy Flynn?
Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
I have to state the unobvious.
The unobvious.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we were talking about Billy, and I totally tuned out.
Yeah, you were just feeding your face with people.
No, I saved the last one for you, Billy.
No, it's all right.
Doesn't look good anymore, does it? Doesn't look good anymore.
Not that you ate off.
All right.
And that was
Mark's Quote of the Week.
You're not going to do it.
All right, and now it's time to announce our Fan of the Week.
Yeah.
And
yes. It's me. Okay.
Yeah, James is going to do this.
Yes. Okay, so where's my paper? Where's my note card?
Find your note card.
My note card. I had it sitting out. That was really...
Find your note card. Okay. There you go.
Okay, so one of our faithful viewers, and several of her kids watch our show also every week, and they're faithful online and everything. Susie Morales Smidley. Who's watched us from the very beginning, I believe. I think she's been around since the early days.
Yeah.
She was there the day that first time I hosted for you. Because I remember messing up her name.
That's right, you did. That's right. That's funny.
And calling Christopher Sean.
Yes. And so, as a parent, myself with grown children, I can relate to this as great. 3 of her kids graduated the same day. 2 of them graduated summa cum laude from Valdosta State University.
I graduated, thank you, Lottie.
Nobody cares.
Oh my God.
I love when you're here.
Oh my God. Alexandra and Christian Oh, you can look at that one. And Kristen, they both graduated. And then Ariel, hope I'm saying it correctly, graduated early with honors from high school. So 3 of her kids graduated. Education is very important.
And you mentioned one of them
won a prize too. One of them. Kristen won a prize from us. One of the prizes, and so they watched the show. And so to them, congratulations to Susie. What a great mother! We must be very proud.
Congratulations,
Felicidades, because I know you're my fellow Puerto Rican sister. So congratulations.
All right, so now
186.
we go into some news and gossip.
Word must be out that you're
AfterBuzz TV News.
So, Kristen Alfonso, my girl, please come to our show. So I want to meet you so bad. My life will be complete. 32 years been waiting for you.
Don't beg too much because it really freaks them out, and then they.
Well, look what happened. You got him, and it worked. But anyway, she's staying on the show.
Nice.
She just inked a deal to stay on the show. They didn't say for how long, but she did ink to stay on the show. Probably at least, I know they're renewed, I think, till 2017, I think. But she's staying on the show for a while, so that's great news for me and everybody else who are Hope fans. So that's good news. I like that.
And that's all the news we have?
That's all. I was going to say, oh, shoot, is it my turn?
No, that's all we have with
What's
that
next? What do we do next?
Well, now we give predictions.
Oh. All right.
And now, your AfterBuzz
TV predictions.
The Quiet Storm.
That's right.
This is you guys are freaking me out. You're freaking me out right now.
Yeah.
All right, so I didn't watch the preview for next week,
Me
but
either.
I did read that Andre looks like he's going to brainwash Chad.
Yes.
I think you have something to do with it. You're going to brainwash him too. Mark,
I would never.
What you guys don't know is Mark has been in the writing room and and suggested a character in order to carry out, the fallen gay storyline that happened. And so we're going to be introduced to another
Billy's
crazy.
like, I quit. This was not in my contract.
Chad is gonna be brainwashed into thinking that he's Will, while Mark comes on and plays Sonny.
It's so funny.
I mean, I don't dislike the idea. I just don't think it's going to happen.
It could. Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
This is true.
My prediction, because I didn't see any previews either, I think Rafe's going to help Hope save Sierra.
Well, yeah.
Put them together.
And that's where they're gonna maybe come
something
together. Okay, I can see that. Mark?
I don't really. I'll stick with what I said earlier. That I think Caroline's visions are going a little
haywire.
Like it's because they better not get rid of him.
I don't think they will.
I'll be very upset.
Billy?
Any predictions?
I don't really. He's on the show.
A little unfair, but.
When Chad gets brainwashed, it might look like he's pooing himself. You gotta strap to a chair, stare at 4 screens that don't have anything on them, and pretend like you're seeing a bunch of stuff. Well, you can't move. Just.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh my god!
It's just gonna look like I'm pooing. So just take it easy on me this week, guys.
All right. Well,
it's not easy getting brainwashed.
Well, before we go, we have the announcement of our winners of Jen Lily's signed copy of Tinseltime in order to get into your holiday festivities. Now, I'm gonna say this. So we have tons of stuff to give away, including a picture signed by Billy Flynn.
That's amazing.
It's a great photo.
It's
amazing. It was photographed by Brad Young.
Yes, Brad Young. Yes.
Great photo.
I did print 2.
Yes,
but
you have one.
I was like, sorry, I'm keeping this.
What you're allowed to do.
Yes, but we do have that photo. We have signed scripts and elephants and all kinds of stuff to give away.
And my 1996 headshot.
Yes.
With his piece of base hair.
When I had long hair and
so
much thinner.
You guys have to like us, follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and fully participate in these contests and giveaways because we want you guys to participate. But our winners of our ugly sweater contest go to
Tony.
Oh my god. Oh my god. He tried it.
I would rather have an ugly sweater than to just be ugly.
That's not. That's a lie. That's a blatant lie.
I know.
Anyway,
See, I couldn't play that one off because like everyone thinks he's like so cute.
Shit, that was funny.
That was crazy.
That caught me off guard. That was
Billy
nice.
Flynn, you can have that one. I always give people one.
You know,
and you can have that one. That was a good one.
That was a good one. The timing was good.
Timing was great. Timing was
that was
great.
fun.
Thank you.
So you can have that one. You're welcome.
Thank you.
There won't be any more. But our winner is Cheryl Hawk for this photo of her ugly sweater with ugly sweaters attached to it. So
yeah, it's ugly.
Congratulations to that. And then we also have a girlfriend and boyfriend. We have Amy Litwiller and her boyfriend. And in fact, her boyfriend actually won an ugly sweater contest with that sweater. So
Why not win too?
Yeah. So each of you get one signed, autographed album of Tinseltime just in time for Christmas.
That's right. Jen Lily.
Yay!
We love her.
That. Yay. Well, that's it. That's our show.
Yeah.
Thank you, Billy, for coming
Thank
in
you.
and surprising
Mark did not know this at all. He did not know. He did not know.
And being a part of the show and all the great and wonderful things that
I totally was not even thinking. That totally caught me off guard.
that he would possibly.
I don't even know how because I feel like I didn't even see the door open.
No,
like all of a sudden you were just standing there. I was like, where the hell did that just come from?
Because you were just talking, and I'm like, he's standing right there, like, hello. He's like right there.
Yeah.
And then you caught on,
So
like, oh my
funny.
God.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Apparently, you just have such a
Thanks,
glow about you that it's just so blinding, and people just can't see.
I know.
I know. He said, I know.
He's used to it.
He said, I know. I know.
My butt has its own Twitter.
It sure does.
Sure does. That's right.
That's how I roll.
Oh, that's how you roll.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you? That sweater should have its own Twitter.
It does.
with the tie underneath.
It's called @No One Cares About Billy Flynn.
Not gone.
By God, he cares about me.
That's true.
That's one.
I will
person.
not be following
It's
that.
not nobody.
I mean, that's one.
That's not nobody.
That's
not
one.
for
though.
nothing.
Only one.
Not nobody.
Just one.
Children. Have to turn this car around.
By the way, everyone seems to love our banter.
They do.
back and forth.
It's all for fun, you guys. You know that.
Yeah.
It's all fun.
I mean, yeah.
How did we do? Did we break any records today? Probably not.
I think we did. I think 188 is our highest, right?
Mine, they
192.
change all the. What is yours?
192.
What's the 192? But it was like for an unplanned. They didn't know you were coming on.
That's
so.
true. No one knew you were coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hashtag Chas.
Yeah.
Chass.
Chas.
What I'm naming my firstborn. It's going to be a long discussion with my husband.
All right, before we head out, going down, starting with Mark, let them know where they can find you on social media.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Lorraine Love, LORAYNE LOVE, or on Facebook / the Mark J. Freeman.
And you can find me next on GH Report, which is coming up right next. So just find me there.
Billy, where can they find you?
Ladies
on social-
first.
I go last because I close
Not while
the
I'm
show.
drinking, please.
Got it. In like Billy
Well, we
Flynn
can interrupt him.
on Instagram and Billy M. Flynn on Twitter and Chas. Something.
And Chas.
Okay.
And of course, you guys can find me on all social
Billy,
media platforms.
How was your drive over here?
At Lounge with Tony on my website, loungewithtony.com.
I hope you don't use that sweater in your reel.
This whole show has just been shot. It's not even usable.
Never going to end up on anyone's reel.
Nothing.
Nobody's real. Nobody's real. Trust.
Thank you guys for tuning in
Thank
to
you.
another Dishin Days. And once again, thank you, Billy,
Thank you guys for having me. It's
in.
been fun.
And we will see you guys next Sunday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for another full recap of your favorite soap opera, Days of Our Lives.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.